Let's talk about automation templates. We now include automation templates to create automations that have predefined field mappings and configuration settings for repeated use cases. Templates contain the full automation configuration except for connection and project selection. So this is different than the field mapping that we could share in the past, where it was limited to only the field mapping, didn't include things like the timing or conflict strategy, which are really key to supporting specific use cases. This is the whole set of configuration on the automation. We do have out-of-the-box templates for that are pre-configured for use cases that we're well aware of. We have an agile normalization set for Jira and Rally. We have a Jira to Rally set to support frictionless cost accounting. We know this is a use case that is ramping up with Rally and Clarity, and there are a number of customers looking at adopting this via Jira. So this is basically a minimal set of templates for just doing frictionless cost accounting. We have support for some of the Endeavor use cases and some of the Tosca use cases as well. And we do plan to expand this list of out-of-the-box templates release over release. So this is just the start. Additionally, we have support for custom templates. Customers can define custom templates from existing automations where we take the automation config and can save it as an automation template. Simple entry for a template name and a description and a value statement, like why are you using this template and what requirements or prerequisites are there for using it. We do have a limited list of adapter support here. And the reason this is limited is that with templates, where we are saving the fields, ConnectALL cares about the field IDs. And in many applications, the specific field IDs, certainly for custom fields and often even for out-of-the-box fields, can differ from deployment to deployment. And so when an automation is instantiated from a template, we need to do a lookup which is based on a combination of the field name and field ID and field type to ensure that we are picking the right field for that mapping. Because if we looked only at ID, we could run into cases where we're picking the wrong field and don't give you a warning. If we're looking only at the name, we're often going to run into lots of field mapping failures. And so there's a mechanism that we have to implement per adapter to do this field name and ID lookup. Things to know, I just talked about validating the field and value IDs against the destination environment when you're creating that automation from a template. So this kind of reiterates what I was just talking about. Currently, custom templates are create only and cannot be updated. So that is something we're doing in 4.1 is to be able to take an automation and push an update to a custom template. And the ability to export and import templates between environments is also coming in 4.1. This was a stretch goal that we just didn't quite reach in. We do also have future plans for allowing you to take a template and push updates to the template to automations created from that template. To support this, we are already putting a reference from the automation created by the template back to its parent template, so that if someone creates a custom template, creates a bunch of automations from it, and when in the future we add this management of automations from the template, the infrastructure will already be in place to push those updates into existing automations. Let's look at a quick demo. So we'll actually start from the automations, narrow this down so I can see what I'm looking at. I'll take my same automation that we've been using, our demo stories, and you can see the new action to save it as a template. And then when I go to the template tab here, You can see all of the out-of-the-box templates that we talked about before for those existing use cases, as well as our new custom template here. With custom templates, you have a little bit more control over them, where you can rename them, change the group associations just like you would with an automation, or delete them from the system. The template preview is very similar to the automation preview. There is an additional section at the top of the template preview that shows the template information, whether it's a custom or out-of-the-box template, and then the description and value statement entered when creating the template. That is probably more important with the out-of-the-box templates, at least initially, where we do have important information about the expectations here. So here you can see pushing Jira sprints to create Rally iterations, and then has some recommended prerequisites to pick only the Rally project at the top of the hierarchy, and that the iterations will cascade to the child projects when created. That's because in the field configuration, we do have the cascade to children mapped. So that is part of what we're looking at there. So creating an automation from a template. It gives you this new automation dialog and then walks you through the standard automation creation workflow. And because I have my filters set too tightly, I don't have any options there. So let me reset my filters. So when I create an automation from a template, it walks me through the standard or the automation creation workflow, where I pick my connections and validate this. And you'll see that the conflict management strategy is already filled in here. That came from the template. When I go to the entity mapping, again, all of this is pre-filled with the issue types. The only piece that isn't pre-filled here is my project mapping details. So that is something I do need to define for my automation here. So let me pick one project. And again, I'll pick one project and then go to configure fields. And looking at the field configuration, I've used the same connections here that I have for my initial template, except that we have a warning here. It's a value mapping mismatch. If I dig in here, I can see that these values are not allowed for the Chaz demo project that we picked. That's expected. If we had fields, for example, if I was doing this against a different Jira instance, we would have fields in this list that would say, hey, this field isn't allowed in this environment. You need to remap it. And so that is the template creation or the automation creation from a template workflow.